Yes.
I just want to, I've never been known to sit quietly and I can't do it. I wanted to make a couple points to set a bit of context as well. By the time Sean came on board, we've been 2 years in a process of selecting the information management system. So we assessed building it, and then we assessed buying it off the shelf. So that was a long process. Part of the smoothness of the implementation, I think, was just a value about including people. So when we had our request for proposals and everything came in, we had a really broad team in the organization. It wasn't me looking at it and scoring it and saying, oh, I like this one. We had the people that answered the phone, did the database. The frontline people actually scored the RFPs, and then we came up with, this is the one that we think is going to work. And partnered with our friends in Ontario on that, and we all agreed on the same system. Communication, our team was really broad, so the rule in the room was talk about it. So there's no secrets in this room as we're doing this. You need to go out and tell people everything you're learning. We had it in the kitchen, we had it online, we just kept communicating and setting expectations. The other was that in terms of this organization and what Sean did for us, there's a little quote up there. I was really skeptical. I thought, okay, how can a volunteer come in and lead us through this? And it was absolutely remarkable. It really was we posted it, we interviewed 4 or 5 people, we selected Sean, and the value of somebody's experience with Sean is that he became a mentor. So, those little meetings where he said, I met with all the leads individually, those were mentoring sessions. Those turned into conversations in the hallway and conversations in the meeting, and meeting with a communications person and kind of helping him along a little bit with what he was doing. So that was just a huge, huge value, and a mentor to me, and he remains a mentor to me. And the other was that iCarol is Canadian, actually. So it's Charity Logic is the name of the company, and they're Canadian, and their product is called iCarol. And somebody at the beginning had a question about confidentiality. What was the question? I just want to make sure I covered that off.
Well, just that you said that it was a free service, and yet you're tracking all the call data.
Right, so that's great. So what we do is we don't collect confidential information unless we're doing a follow-up with you, and then it's with your permission. So what we collect, and the data that we were talking about earlier that's so useful, is what city am I calling from, what service am I looking for, am I a man or a woman, what's my age, and what language do I require. So those are the key sorts of things. But not on every call. We don't have a file on every person or what their name is. Some people need assistance to get connected, and we'll say, can I help you make that referral? Or we'll say, would you like us to call you back in a couple of weeks? And if they do, we get their name and their number, and that's it. The data that Sean is talking about is really exciting because we have a number of helplines, and this system is for all of the helplines: problem gambling, victim link, youth against violence, the alcohol and drug information referral system, and 211. So now we can start to build a picture because all the data is geocoded.